Hello and welcome to this short UB English orientation video, which discusses strategies for balancing online and on-ground learning. The University of Bridgeport's English 100 and English 101 classes come with what we call a primary course shell that is available in the learning management system Canvas. This means that the Canvas page you receive for the class will come preloaded with a week-by-week curriculum of assignments, readings, lessons, activities, discussion boards, instructional videos, and short quizzes. These classes have no textbook, so the instructional materials are provided entirely through the content of the primary course shells. This content has been produced specifically for our student population to address the specific course objectives of these courses, and it aligns with the university's and with accreditors' recommendations regarding credit hours and assignment load. And we are always updating and revising the content in response to feedback from students and instructors. We recognize that there are many different ways to teach a first-year writing class, and we encourage different instructors to bring different areas of expertise and different teaching styles into the classroom. If you have your own ideas about how you would like to teach your section of English 100 or 101, please share your proposed syllabus with the English department team, and if it looks like you have a strong plan that aligns with our course objectives, we can assign you a blank shell to populate with your own content. Whether you use the primary course shells or not, however, the university requires that all course content be available through Canvas and that all assignments are submitted and graded through Canvas. Whether or not you use the primary course shells, it is important to establish continuity between the content posted to Canvas and the way you use class time. For instructors using the primary course shell, it is particularly important to familiarize yourself with the curriculum enough to be able to make thoughtful and creative choices about how to distribute the work between online activities and class time. The primary course shell does not run on autopilot. It needs to be curated and adapted to the context of your individual class and your particular students. As with any instructional materials, a good place to start is simply by leafing through the syllabus and poking around through the weekly modules to get a sense of how the course is organized. You will see a home page which you should customize with the semester and meeting times of your class. Clicking on the Modules tab will bring you to the page where all of the course content is housed. The Start Here module contains an unedited version of the syllabus. Please adapt this syllabus to your class by adding your section details and your contact information on the first page. Further into the syllabus document, you'll see the schedule of classes, which is divided up into assignments due and in-class activities. Consult UB's academic calendar to add specific dates to this table. You will see that the assignments and activities listed on the syllabus align with the content on the module page, which is laid out into 14 weeks, each covering a specific topic. At the top of each weekly module, there is a weekly roadmap that provides an overview of the week. This roadmap contains some learning objectives and a breakdown aligning with the syllabus of how the materials in the module can be distributed between at-home assignments and in-class activities. In Module 1 of English 101, for example, the Learning Materials and Resources box looks like this. On the first day of class, there are no assignments due, because it's the first day of class, and the Learning Materials and Resource Class Session 1 box suggests that class time be devoted to conducting classmate interviews. If you go to the Classmate Interviews item in Module 1, Class Session Number 1, you'll see a description of the activity along with its rationale. Students are gathering notes for a profile essay that they will start drafting next week. There are also some suggestions about how to conduct this activity, although you're welcome to modify these instructions in any way that makes sense to you. When students go home after the first class, they can work on the assignments suggested in the Assignments Due section of the Class Session Number 2 sequence, answering a question about interview strategies, compiling their interview notes, and watching a short video and answering some simple questions about it. As the instructor, you are welcome to delete some of these assignments if you wish by deleting them from the Assignments Due list on the roadmap page and on the syllabus, and by unpublishing the assignment on the modules page. But please make sure to communicate clearly with students about any modifications that you're making to the primary course shell curriculum. You are also welcome to work on at-home activities during class time and to use class time to talk to your students about how they responded to the previous homework assignments. I would encourage you to assign the video lectures and quizzes as homework rather than watching the videos in class. This has sometimes been called the flipped classroom model. And it's also a good idea to watch the videos yourself and maybe even take the quizzes yourself so that you can answer questions about them if students have questions, or use the videos as a starting point for class discussion. For discussion board posts, some possible strategies include the following. 1. Have students post something to the discussion board for homework, and then have them talk in class about what they posted. 2. Have students write a quick post in class and then use the class time to scroll through the discussion to give students a chance to respond to what their peers wrote. Or 3. Have the discussion in person and cut out the discussion board altogether, and then you can grade the discussion board assignment based on students' oral participation. The most important thing is to be familiar with the shell contents and to have a specific plan for using class time in ways that enrich the writing and thinking that the students are doing in their assignments. Best practice is to post an announcement after every class session that reviews what you did in class that day and that clarifies what is due for the next class. Instructors create the most impactful learning environments for their students when they find thoughtful ways to make the primary course shell materials their own. Think about how you can use your time with the students to encourage them to think critically and creatively about the curricular materials. The curriculum is not designed to be an obstacle course or a paint-by-numbers exercise in following instructions. With your expertise, insight, and leadership, it can serve as a launch pad to student success and a stimulus to academic and personal empowerment.